Hi. So let's get started. So this Python programming using for data science is going to be close to 14 different modules. So where in each and every module we're going to discuss some specific things. Where the first module we are going to discuss about introduction to Python. Okay, what is Python? Yeah, Jagadish DJ has mentioned MSc in statistics, 10 plus years of experience in big data, DB and ADW. All right. Okay. Okay. That's awesome. So first time I'm seeing one statistician is joining in a data science class. This is the first time that I've seen a statistic person to join data science throughout my experience. Awesome, sir. Awesome. All right. Thank you very much for the intro again. Okay, so coming to the course outline, so these are the 14 modules that we're going to cover. So we're not going to limit our knowledge, or we're going to limit only these things since because that's not the way that I would like to continue. Okay, so yeah, Jagadish Patro. Okay, two Jagadishas. Okay, I thought it's the same one. So Jagadish has uh, also given his working in RPA now. Before I worked in Python Selenium. Okay, okay, you worked in Python Selenium. Awesome. So okay, yeah, welcome to Data Science Coach Jagadish Petro and Jagadish DG. Right. So we're going to cover introduction to Python today, and then introduction to machine learning also. There is something like a machine learning introduction over here. So because we'll start with introduction parts today, and then mostly first class I wanted to cover the introduction part. Why do we need to learn machine learning? What is data science is all about, and all those things I will be covering. And then I will be taking you through what is Python introduction. I'll be talking about some basic syntaxes to practice it for you, how to create a variable, how to do some minimal printing statements, how to do all these basics. I'm going to take you through for Python. Okay, so that will continue for Python coding and all those things for some time, because Python is more intensive towards programming. So if you take some other technologies like R, they were morely focusing towards only implementing machine learning algorithms and all that. They were only purely stick to those technologies only, but Python is not that. So it is more than that. Okay, so what is that? Everything we're going to see. Why it is, what are the other advantages of Python, what are the other things that we can do, where are the people are using, where people can use Python, where are most people are most using Python, and all those things we're going to discuss today. Okay, so and in the second module we are going to have sequences and file operations. There are something called data frames and all these things. We're going to look at all those things, how to read a file, how to convert a file, how to do some minimum cleansing, right? So all these things, since we are going to deal with the data more number of times for data science, we are going to see all those things, right? How to read a CSV file, how to read a text file, and all those things. We're going to different sources, how to read those with the help of Python. We're going to talk all those things. And then since Python is mainly supports OOPS concepts, deep dive functions, there are functions that we can create, and then we can create OOPS objects like inheritance and everything we can create within Python. So it's not yeah, similar to Java. Maybe if you, any one of you, I don't think anyone knows Java here. As per the background of candidates, maybe one or two might be fine. But we are going to look at some of the OOPS concepts, right? So to see how they can be implemented in Python. It is not required that a data scientist. Okay, Anupam Pandey has mentioned he knows Java. Okay, that's great. So it's not required, or it's not mandatory for any data scientist to know about OOPS concepts and how does all those things works. It is not mandatory, but we just introduced it because we are learning Python. If it is R or any other language, they never have any such concepts. If you take any other tool like SPSS or any programming language, Octave or R, they never use such concepts, saying that they might be implementing, but they never use such concepts because it is not required for data science. Okay, in data science, what is that you're going to do? You're going to take some data, you're going to do some algorithm. Okay, I'll talk about what is algorithm and all those things in a while. Okay, you're going to store your data somewhere. You most of the time you'll be handling the data, but why do you need all these OOPS concepts? Because you are learning Python. Python have a number of extensions, a number of different modules in it. So being a Python developer, you must be at least knowing all these minimum things which are required for interview perspective. Okay, so it's not very much mandatory for being a data scientist, but being a Python developer, it is required. That's why we're learning it. Someone will come and say, hey, you might be good in implementing all the machine learning algorithms and everything. Awesome, that's fine. How can you claim yourself that you don't know OOPS concept, how to implement OOPS concepts, at least minimum basic? So that's why we have introduced all these paths, errors and exceptions. If you're building something, if there is some file which is missing, mostly, especially those things will work when we automate some of the things, right? So let's say, for example, you're trying to um, automate the process of reading a file, right? So if the file is not available, what is that you need to do? You need to, if program should not fail. Your program fails means that is a different perspective. Everybody will saying, okay, the Python program is failing. No, it should not fail. It should throw an error message stating that, hey boss, the input file is not available, please do the needful, or else you're going to send some email. Okay, so that's what you're going to learn. That's what we are going to see in the module 3, errors and everything. How strong in Python required for machine learning? And there is a question from Pradeep Varal, saying that how strong we should be to being in machine learning and artificial intelligence. That I will talk about it. Okay, I will talk about it. I will talk what is the importance of machine learning and artificial intelligence first, and then I will talk about what does it makes, and how does it take you to the programming language and all that. I will talk about all that importance. Okay. Yeah, the course content looks fabulous. Yes, you want to learn all, even being okay, no problem. Yeah, you can learn, definitely learn. Right. So introduction to NumPy and Pandas and MATLAB. So in Python, we have a lot of things automated. So you don't need to do all those things. Let's say you wanted to do some sorting, you don't need to do all the sorting program. And in olden days, in COBOL and all those old programming language, C++, you will write all the sort program, compare each and every record, read it, whether it is less than, greater than, and all those things. You don't need to stick to all that older way of programming. Most of the things are automated. Like if you use NumPy, whatever the numbers, whatever the matrices, everything, that you can just upload them easily, and then you can use with the help of one-liner command, mostly only one-line command. You can implement all the most of the logic to convert or to process the data. Okay, I'll be taking you through how to use NumPy, how to read the data, and all those things. Pandas is the library where you can read the files, you can convert everything into data frame, and you can access the files very easily. If you wanted to do some slicing and dicing of the files, and then if you wanted to do some filtering, if you wanted to do some conversions, everything you can do with the help of Pandas. Just need to import that and then start using it. It's very handy, very user friendly. So it will be like very simple syntaxes, okay, to handle those things. And matplot library. If you use this library, if you wanted to build some plots, let's say I wanted to build a scatter plot, I wanted to build a line plot, I wanted to build a bar plot, just to visualize the data very easily. So you need to use that library. Just import that library and then mention that what is your data. Just mention in one liner, just scatter plot of x. This is my x-axis, this is my y-axis data. That's it. Simple. You will be able to see the scatter plot. So likewise, we have these modules. We have each and every packages available. We are going to use these modules throughout this course. Okay, so this is a kind of lifesaver for most of the data scientist people. Like everything can be done within one or very few lines of codes. You don't need to you don't think like programming in the sense, yeah, it's going to be Python programming, it's people will say it's a number one scripting language and all that. No, don't think that like that. We are going to shorten the lines of code as much as possible using all these modules. Okay, so it'll make our lives very easy. Okay, all these modules will make our lives easy. And with the help of these everything, we're going to see how to manipulate the data, how to convert the data, how to clean the data, right? So everything we're going to learn in the module 5. Okay, and then we'll be talking about introduction to machine learning with Python. So I'll be taking the introduction today, right after this module wise explanation. So and while going through machine learning, I will talk about what is supervised learning, what is dimensionality reduction, what is supervised learning 2. There is nothing called supervised learning 2. Only thing is that people have segregated in this course, people have segregated into machine learning 1 and 2, supervised learning 1 and 2. There is no much difference. And there is something called unsupervised learning. So all this dimensionality reduction, I will talk about these things, okay, while giving